Hello everybody. Today we're going to look at creating pictorial images using the shapes within Adobe Illustrator. Earlier we talked about using the pen tool to create you can create abstract forms, or you can create precise forms with various objects that you're trying to illustrate or draw. But the shape tools, which are located over here, if you were to, it's the fifth tool down, and all the shapes are actually located within this submenu here. There's a rectangle tool, the ellipse tool, which is for circles and ovals, the polygon tool if you want a triangle or a hexagon or a pentagon, star tool if you want some specific stars, and then the line segment tool, which we're not going to really work on right now because we're going to use the shape tools to kind of make our tree. I want to take the elliptical tool here, and I want to make a circle here. And this circle is going to be a perfect circle if you hold down the shift key. If you let go of the shift key, you can make the ellipse of in different dimensions, but I want to hold down the shift key for the perfect circle part. And I want to zoom in here because I want to use this artboard more effectively so I can see my controls and details here. So I'm going to duplicate this. We're bringing it down here. And I want to put it right about here. I want to put one to the side. And if I were to be very exacting, I would definitely look at different ways to kind of have things intersect. We'll have that one intersect up there, and I'll have that one intersect right about here, I think. And then with these three shapes alone, I already have kind of the general shape and idea of a tree. One thing I might consider, since there are three individual objects that kind of make this tree, I might actually consider joining them all. There's a couple ways you can do this. I can select everything, and then I can group everything. That's going to be up there. Object, group, and that way they act like if they're one. You can take it apart later and separate it, but in this case, I think there's a more effective way than just grouping it here. I want to undo that so that way they're individual again. And I want to select them again. This comes in using the Pathfinder tool. I'm going to open up the tool itself so we can see a little bit more of the expanded version. And the Pathfinder tool is a tool that allows you to take multiple shapes, and depending on how they're interacting with each other, you can either make them join together, or you can isolate certain parts of it. So in this case, I want to take this tree here, and I'm actually going to unite all these compound multiple shapes into one. And so it's going to follow the outline of all of these shapes and use that as the general shape. So now if I click on this, it's all one shape. It's all the interior parts have been removed. If I were to use my direct selection tool, you can see where all the anchor points are, and it just goes on the outline. And then that's a effective way to be able to a better way to group things, but in a way that makes it all united in one line. Again, I can scale it up and down if I need to. I can squinch it down or squeeze it up, squeeze it tight if I need to, and then I can functionally have this kind of little perfect puffy tree. If I want to put the rectangle in here and maybe create a little trunk for it, and then now I have it kind of set up here. And I want to make this trunk a little off center a little bit. So I can do the next demonstration, which is using your align tools, and I want to pull up that window as well. And the align tool takes objects and be able to align them up on either the right side, if I want, or left or right side, so like this. And it's on the farthest edge of between the objects. In this case, I'm just going to put it in the center, and then that way it's nice, perfectly center tree. If I like this tree and I want to commit it, I can take this and unite the shapes again. So now I have one shape, which could be hand drawn, but also again we can take a a shape and turn it into multiple shapes and turn it into the object that we're trying to draw. So now I have a pictorial, more of a pictorial of a tree, and then I have an abstract version of the tree over here. Maybe I'll, and then you can systematically go through and use more and more shapes and make more different defined type of trees. But the idea is being able to use the align tool or the pathfinder tool to kind of isolate different parts of it. I'll give you another example of the pathfinder tool. Go back to my elliptical tool here, draw this here, and maybe I'll take a duplicate of this and put it right about here, and use the tools here. Let's see here, this is the minus front, so you have to kind of think about, if you're using the shape tool, every shape you put on a page is going to be stacked on top of another shape. So like for in this instance I'm going to make I want to cut out this part right here and give me kind of a partial moon here, like that. You could also do this part here, which is basically going to intersect. So this is going to be this part right here where the intersection is between the two objects are, and you're going to lose the outside part of that, and that could be a little leaf. Maybe I'll make that leaf a little bit smaller, and I can have that leaf kind of falling off that tree a little bit, maybe a little bit smaller. That's a pretty big leaf for that tree. But then you have like a leaf that's kind of falling off the tree. And then if I duplicate it, zoom in here. And this is partly why I like to work big, because you can make these very big illustrations and be able to manipulate the different parts. And maybe I need that leaf to turn a little bit so it's like it's falling. Maybe make another one here, another falling leaf, and I'll just turn that a little bit. So you have this kind of illustration of a tree losing a leaf, losing leaves. Maybe it's fall. I can change the colors to fall colors. But the idea is that this Pathfinder tool allows you to mix and match and merge or dissect certain images that you have into other things. So something to kind of think about and how to work with things. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks.